Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. How's everyone doing this wonderful Monday afternoon? Thank God for being alive. Dolphin winners, how you doing, brother?
Good afternoon, brother, and good afternoon to everybody that's tuning in. Welcome to WCFL Dolphins Talk. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. First thing first, before we get into it, I want to sit there and thank everybody that actually came up for the Phillies invasion this weekend. It was so beautiful to have the Miami Dolphin family up here. Shout out to Stephen Daniels, Ryan Keeling, Ollie Goodman, and Dan Bradley for putting on a great and lovely weekend. I was so happy to see the majority of you guys here and to welcome you guys to my city. It meant everything to me. You know, I wish we could have got the win on top of it, but I will say this. I think we made memories that will always last forever, and I look forward to making more with my Fins family. So I definitely want to put that out first and foremost.
Yep. I agree with you.
But let's get right into it, Paul. I already know I've gotten plenty of messages this morning. I've gotten plenty of people hitting me up. I'm in plenty of administrative chats and moderative chats, and I know a lot of you personally. So I already know. We already got a good idea what everybody wants to know and how we're going to go into this. But we're going to ease our way into this because there's going to be a lot of conversation. If you guys are free right now, you want to hop on the panel, Papa Paul did put the link up. The link is up there. So if you guys want to join us this afternoon, y'all want to share your 2 cents, fine. But I'm going to tell you guys, I want to shout out to the Philadelphia Eagle fans because I'm going to be honest with you. They could have been a whole lot worse, but I'm going to tell you, though. I'm going to tell y'all, it was a lot of love, though. It was a lot of love. At the tailgate, even in the stands, it was a lot of love. Yeah, they're going to talk their trash and all that, but I'm going to be honest with you. I want to shout them fans out because a lot of them do get a lot of bad raps. We're not the Cowboys. We're not the Giants. We're not Washington. We're the Miami Dolphins. And trust and believe, it was love yesterday. So I will give it up to my fellow Philadelphia Eagle fans here in Philadelphia. I got to give a shout out to them. I'm getting a lot of fucking calls. But you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of work to do.
Yep.
We got a lot of work to do. Paul, we can start it off. Where you want to start at, Paul?
Well, I've got these pictures. And yeah, the pictures say a lot.
The pictures say everything. The pictures say everything, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you this right now. And this is going to be a very unpopular comment that I'm going to say on this show. Even with all the non-calls the Philadelphia Eagles did not get yesterday on us, we still should have won the fucking game. Period, point blank. We still could have won the game. I watched the press conferences. I've been up since I didn't go to bed until almost 2 o'clock this morning because I watched the press conferences between McDaniel and Tua. McDaniel clearly said in the press conference that he had to call the timeout because he wasn't prepared to call the play to get it into Tua. So Fangio and his defense, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We did not tackle well at all. We did not tackle well. Christian Wilkins was the run stopper. Straight up. He was a run stopper yesterday. He had a phenomenal game yesterday. What I'm very upset about is we went against the second-ranked run defense, and then we went against a 20th ranked pass defense, and there was plenty of holes in that Eagles defense that could have been exploited and was not. So I'm going to be honest with you.
If you look at the first half, if you go look at the first half, I think we only threw like 5 or 6 pass attempts the first half.
Well, shit, let's do one better, Paul. We only ran the ball 12 to 14 times the whole game. You can't win a game like that. You just cannot.
Chef Jew.
What's up, y'all?
Chef Jew, good day, my friend. What's up, brother?
None. Just if he was in the administrative thing yesterday. I had to calm myself down. I had to calm myself down. I was so pissed. It hurts because it's like you wanted to see a team not get the media negative from the media. And I already knew once we lost their soul, the Dolphins can't beat the elites. They can only beat the bad teams. And I ain't wanted to hear that, but it ended up happening. There was a lot of key mistakes in the game. They should have done a running game, and that's where I like the fact that the game still kept trying to run the ball. We came in the second half. Most of did run it. But they gotta figure this out. Like if they take away one thing, where are we strong at? You got your receivers. I like the fact that Tyree did his best. I mean, I look at his stats. He had 11 for 88 yards. Got at least a touchdown. Would have had 2 if he didn't drop it. I'm not gonna put this solely on the refs. There was some bad calls that was made. I seen the pictures Paul posted up. Shane Williams posted up. It was a lot of things that went one side. But you got to find a way to overcome those situations. You got to find ways to keep moving and grinding. And someone had to tell me, like, this is not like we lost the Super Bowl. It's not like we lost the conference game. But you have to understand, this is the respect we need. You be one at least, you can definitely get to where you need to get to. And I was saying to someone this morning, like, yeah, we're there, but not fully there yet. And I was like, we had to take. I was on a big old show, not on the show, but in the comments, just like, you gotta learn. You gotta take your lessons. When you lose, you learn. You learn from. You grow from. And it's a life lesson. It's just showing you that what you need to do to get to the elite level. And when you do that, you can be at the same level with the clumsy Bills. You can be at the same level with the Eagles. You can be at the same level with the Chiefs. But you have to find ways to win. You got to find ways to keep the chains moving. Because if not, we're gonna be right in the same boat we was years ago. And another thing, a lot of people don't realize this. The last time I remember, and I love my defense, but defense got 20 years ago, we had a dominant defense. If people go back 20 years ago, 2003 was my senior year. It was always be a special year. It would always be a special year to me in my life as a Dolphin fan. And I had named nearly every player on defense except one linebacker that year. And when I told somebody I was at Fan Club and I told somebody, I was like, dang, you knew all this? I was like, yeah, I'm a fan. Like, to me, I consider myself a super fan because I know my team. And the defense did show up last night. They did. They played. People are going to say it's the defense fault because they gave up 31. I'm like, I'm not going to solely put it all on the defense. You can't just simply put on the defense. They stepped up. They did step up when we needed to. But I still feel like it was a bunch of bullcrap calls. That Christian Wilkins, that even the NFL the head of the officiating, he even said it on the podcast yesterday. I mean, not the podcast. He said it on the show on the game yesterday. That shouldn't have been. There was enough evidence for them to be danced up because he didn't go forward with the arms. He just had his hand on him and stuff like that. I think the NFL gonna crack down on these floppies and stuff like that after a while, just like the NBA does it. It's gonna happen. I just felt that we're gonna go in next week. We're gonna bounce back. There's some key things that they gotta work on. Get Claypool involved. Like, see, something like that played with the most. Something like that. That's like a 50-50. Claypool should have been that. Could have got that if you used it. And McDaniels, dude, use the weapons you got.
Good afternoon, Shake.
What's up, Shake? Use the weapons you got, man. Like, you got these weapons. Use them. Stop being afraid. And one thing I was saying about it, I'm almost done. Big O said something so profound that I really agree with him. Is we're not playing physical.
Facts.
We're not playing physical. And I was like, bro, you are so right. We ain't playing. And I told him, he read out what I had said. It was funny. And I told him, yeah, we're not playing physical. I'm sick and tired. Enough is enough. I'm tired of playing this cupcake defense. I'm tired of it. Like, we gotta stop being soft. We gotta play physical. How do you think Baltimore made it to the Super Bowl? How do you think the Steelers made it to the Super Bowl? How do you think the Chiefs got in there? How do you think the 49ers got there? They played physical. Any other teams I would say, only two teams say I enjoy. My bad. Y'all can still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was in my Bluetooth. So it was only two teams I mostly will watch their rivalry, and that's Steelers and Ravens. They play physical. Every time they meet each other, they play physically. And
Well, I mean, I gotta
go ahead.
I gotta say that the Dolphins stopped our run right off the bat. Every bit.
Somebody got echo. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Let me check mine. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, Winters, how you doing, my brother? How you doing?
What's going on, Shake Money, man? I wanted to definitely get your intake also before I can go. I'm gonna probably go on for like long rants here and there. I just want to hear what you guys got to say.
I'm gonna do my best.
Somebody got somebody there. TV down or something.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of feedback from someone.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it simple. On to New England.
Yeah, we just need to move on, take care of New England. But I mean, instead of keep trying to push the freaking run, yes, Hill dropped a couple key catches, but we're playing against a 20th ranked pass defense. Why did we still try to push a run against a number 2 ranked run defense?
Well, you got to establish the run, and I think we all can agree with that on here. At least try to establish some type of running game.
At halftime, we were -7 yards.
Yeah.
That should have showed you right there. We weren't going anywhere with
wasn't going to it. Especially and Paul, we talked on here. Shake was up here. We're up on here with us not that long ago too. We all agreed that Philadelphia's front four was going to give us a problem. Like I kept telling everybody, and I said this for weeks, that Philadelphia is an extremely physical team. They were going to sit there and run the ball on us as well to keep us off the field. And that's exactly what they did coming out right from the gate. And I told a lot of people that A.J. Brown was going to be an issue or problem. The issue and problem that I had was when I was at the tailgate and I'm looking at the inactives and seeing Xavier Howard inactive for the fucking game. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? That really fucked the whole game plan up for our defense because we definitely needed X last night. There was no way, shape, or form that we did not need X. We needed X. I don't know. I hope he's all right. You know, because I always sit there and think about it.
It was growing again like last year.
Oh, man. That's going to be a problem.
I want to give a shout out to Sarah, the Weird Dolphin, Raphael for joining us today. So, yeah, it's going to be a problem. We can't get Ramsey back soon enough, really. Radams, Santiago, thank you for joining us.
Radamas. That's my man, Radamas.
Radamas, okay. Radamas. Yeah, and you know, not only that, there was a lot of poor tackling again. But I will say I did call it the day before that we would have a pick 6.
Yes, sir. Oh, that was huge. That was huge.
Yes, it was.
It was really beautiful. We could have used a few more of those.
Mm-hmm.
The echo again.
Yeah, I don't know
I think
what
it's probably
happened.
me. Hold on, I'm gonna switch devices. I think it's me.
Okay.
It's always something with my phone. I'm gonna switch it to my tablet. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it's
Shake. I want to hear what Shake has to say. Shake, the floor is yours, bro. What's your outcome and what's your take?
Well, like I said this on the preview. At the end of the day, the only reason, 2 reasons why this is a big game, because of the opponent's record and because the time slot was played in. Let's be honest. I said the Kansas City is the biggest game because number one, even if we lose this game, I said if we beat Kansas City, guess what? We got not only we back on top, but we got the tiebreaker against a conference win. Conference wins are big games. Like I said, the only reason this was big because of the record this team had and because of the time slot they played in. So at the end of the day, I'm not. The sky isn't falling. We just need to make the necessary adjustments and move on.
I'll say this before I
What's
let
up, Big Nick? Yeah, go
what's up,
ahead,
Big
Winners.
Nick? What's going on? Before Big Nick, before I let you go, and I'm because I want to get everybody's thought on the game, but I wanted to say something before you go on. All I'm gonna say is I feel like it hurts the majority of the fan base because like I feel like this is one of those we're still the bridesmaid and never gonna be the bride. That's what it feels like because it's one of those games that we marked on our calendar that was a meaningful game. It might not be meaningful to us, but it's still a loss now. And the way I look at it is this: you have to win those games. This was a play. It was a play. It was a playoff atmosphere last night. The arena, the stadium was rocking last night. You have to sit there and have to win certain games where it shows not only the league, but it shows media that we can actually be one of those teams. Now we're going to go back to all of these fucking media outlets and they're going to call us pretenders because we cannot win the big game. That's why I sat there and made a lot of emphasis on this game. We're tired of being the bridesmaid and never the
Good
bride.
afternoon,
That's
Mike.
where we're at right now. So, Big Nick, what is your assessment? What's your assessment on last night's outcome?
Well, because of my respect for you guys, you two guys on this panel, including and also including Shake, you three guys, that I'm actually breaking and eat it and actually talking about the Dolphins after a loss. This is something Big Nick doesn't do. So if I don't come in here with the energy I normally have, it's because I'm a little pissed off, but not from the game, not from the referees, even though I feel like it could have been a whole lot better. Um,
Oh yeah,
because if you look at it, we just didn't take advantage of certain situations to put ourselves in a position where the referee couldn't affect it. What
Thank
I'm
you.
more disappointed in is the so-called small majority, vocal majority of our fan base, right? Where it's nitpicking and crying and belly hooping about things about our team when they completely disregard the fact that we was missing 5 intricate starters at one point. 4 of them, in
yeah.
my opinion, is an all-pro. If you want to call Connor an all-pro, which I believe he's playing like he is, and not only that, we just, we showed well. I'm extremely proud of this team.
Afternoon,
We
Pedro.
showed well. We showed well. They didn't dog us. They took advantage of some miscues on penalties and the referees overzealous or not putting the whistle in their mouths. But we can't be upset about that. The way we move forward is to make sure that we don't put ourselves in positions where the referees can control the outcome of the game. But I'm sick and tired of these uninformed ass Miami Dolphins that come on these platforms and instead of we all embracing and coming to a meeting point and saying, you know what, we got a damn good team. We showed damn well against the defending NFC Super Bowl runner-ups. And no one should feel bad about this loss. I was in the chat and I just seen somebody say, well, Tua was forcing the ball to Tyreek and missed Jalen wide open. Hello, smart guy. Jalen was fucking hurt. He's been hurt all season. Tyreek is on path for 2,300 yards. Why wouldn't Tua try to get the ball to this guy? Why wouldn't he? Y'all need to wake up and understand that we are not some fucking crystal pieces in the vase shop, that we are an NFL team that any team can beat us on any given day. And there's not too many teams in the NFL that don't have fucking elite all-pro players and they get paid too. I'm proud of my boys. We showed well. And guess what? We're still in fucking first place.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, up to
They
yes,
the most
and I agree with you.
We have the most
100%,
uninformed
Nick.
fan base in the whole NFL, the most uninformed fan base, and I'm sick of it.
I want to answer a question real quick. Sarah asked, "What's up with all the false starts?" Well, a lot of the false starts came after we lost our 2 starting lineup, front line.
After we lost Win.
Yeah, we lost Win, and yeah. And
he had false starts and holding penalties, but we can't blame him. He probably don't practice during the week.
Lester Cotton still did good. I mean, there was false starts. There was offsides on Wilkins. But, I mean, at the same time, there was a lot of calls that weren't called. It could have gone either way if it would have been a straight-up normal game. If we had the refs just calling what was quite obvious on both sides, because there were some calls that was like, really? You know,
How does the NFL team? How does the NFL team in today's NFL go a fucking whole game without one flag?
Bro,
I
I
don't
was
understand that.
saying the same shit.
I
I
don't
said
understand
the
that.
same. Listen,
You can get
I
a flag.
watched. We watched from the stands, bro, and I'm sitting there like holding right there. False start on Philly. I'm counting all of this shit, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. I've never been to an NFL game where there's never been a fucking penalty called for the home fucking team.
I'm sorry, Papa Pop. Winters. If you guys, I think it was the first sack of Tua, his first sack. The fucking guy landed on top of Tua. How is that not a flag? If it would have been us, that would have been a flag. He landed on top of Tua. I thought you can't do that in the NFL today.
Right. And it wasn't just one guy; it was two guys. That was the fucked up part.
Yes, Pedro, 0 penalties to the Eagles is horseshit. The roughing the passer call on Wilkins was a bad call as well.
Absolutely.
I want to answer.
Well, to be fair,
go ahead. Go ahead.
To be fair, the only penalties that Philly got was the offsetting penalty.
Yeah, but still.
Which shouldn't have been an offsetting penalty. Shouldn't have been.
Raphael's talking about the high snap and early snaps. Well, that was Eichenberg, but Eichenberg still did a hell of a job. You got to understand, Raphael, before this year, Eichenberg has never played the center position, ever. So he's done a hell of a job.
And that's the shit I'm talking about. It had no effect over the game at all. None.
No, it really didn't. He did a great job.
He did a good job.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
And I will say right now, there is not a center in this league that can compare to Jason Kelce.
Facts.
I mean, that boy was all over the place.
All over the place. That's why he's a Pro Bowler, and that's why they sat there and paid his ass again to be back here. So,
that's why they didn't lose him in free agency.
The last center in the NFL that was able to do what Jason Kelce was able to do played for us 5 or 6 years ago, and he's now retired. They don't grow on trees. Mike Pouncey was the closest thing that I remember. But speaking of that brotherly shove, I was never on the bandwagon of saying get rid of the play, stop the play, eliminate the play. Until last night when I saw 2 times this dude's feet wasn't even on the ground. He was being towed. He was being carried to the first. Now, that should be illegal. If you're not participating in your forward movement, it shouldn't count. It shouldn't count. His feet was off the ground twice, and he was just riding the wave. And
I'm gonna tell you something. We already knew.
Raphael, you may not think Waddle was hurt, Raphael, but he's been hurt.
Yeah,
he has not been 100%. He wants to play that bad.
He hasn't been 100% since the beginning of the season. He came into the season not being there.
And
if this dude thinks
even when he was out part of the game, stretching and working out on the sideline to get back in, but he was hurt and they didn't want to put him back in. But they needed him at the same time.
If this dude think a guy that over his first 2 years has caught 200 passes, now doesn't even have 20 catches in game 7, isn't hurt, then he really don't know his team.
Right.
He watches Sports Center. That's it. That's where he gets his information from. I'm sick of it, man. This fan base is horrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Nick. You're gonna have fans like that. That's just what it is. You're gonna have some fans like us that actually watch the games and actually sit there and live and eat and sleep these guys. And you're gonna have your fans that just looks at Sports Center and they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, come on, Mike."
I got into an argument. On the panel with one of the people on the panel because they thought it was disrespect that I was calling the NFL players by their numbers.
No, I mean, if you only know the number,
that was disrespectful to the NFL guys. Not knowing football, that's how you identify. If Tyreek Hill doesn't call Jalen Water, he called him 17.
Yeah.
But just like centers don't grow on trees, fans like Ralph that know the whole damn history don't grow on trees either.
Right.
Well, if you looked at the New England game yesterday, Raphael, the only time Gesicki was in the game was for passes. He didn't do any blocking or anything in there.
The commentator said right off the side of a milk carton, Mike Gesicki. Come on, man. The commentator said that. Off the side of a milk carton, Mike Gesicki caught the touchdown. Come on, man.
Well, right now we are a handicap team, and Sarah, if you're right, we're definitely going to be making a trade move here soon. Sarah believes that X is not coming back for the remainder of the season. The groin injury is significant this season. If he's not coming back, there was talk about us possibly trading for another cornerback. I forget who, but yeah, I read that report yesterday, but that was, they were saying the other team would gladly give him up. I think I'm not sure if it was Green Bay, but they said they would gladly give him up if we offered him, 2 first-round picks and all, because he is a Pro Bowl cornerback, and Green Bay is not going anywhere this year.
We can't offer up first-round picks to anybody. We can't offer. I don't think we'll be willing to offer up first-round picks right now to Aaron Donald.
Right now, until Ramsey comes back, at least, we need some desperate. Where was Cam? Did Cam Smith even play last night?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
I don't see why not. He's our second-round pick. Why wasn't he out there playing at all?
Well, history has shown
better than Apple.
History has shown that Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer will not play players if they don't feel they're ready. History has shown that. Easy didn't play last year. Tyndall didn't play the year before. That last year. If they don't feel they're ready, they're not going to play them, regardless of what we may think. They know, so that's what
Sarah,
it is.
They need to pay Wilkins, Sarah. I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you this. Watching Eli Apple get ate up last night was not good at all. They fucked with him all night long.
That was going to lead to my true critique of the game last night. My true critique is, as DolFans, we have to accept that we may, once everybody come back healthy, we may move up 1 or 2 spots on the defensive ranking. But until we can tackle better, we're not going to be where we want to be with this defense. We was in position a whole hell of a lot last night, and we missed tackle after tackle after tackle. And if you want to point to something, don't point to my offense. You point to that. And I don't even want to rag on the defense too much, because for the most part, they played okay. They just missed tackles.
Absolutely.
That's been a big problem the whole season. All this arm tackling instead of just wrapping your guy up and getting him. It's been a big problem.
It has been.
Not just this season, for the season's past.
Do we have a wide receiver or a web? Do we have a wide receiver or a web?
I don't know.
Not that I know of. I don't heard. Yeah. So I don't know who you're talking about, Raphael. That our Webb played in the game and Claypool didn't. I don't know who our Webb is.
Do you guys think? You guys think we gotta?
I know Richmond Webb, but I don't know our Webb.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we got to find a way to implement Barrios a little bit more into the offense?
Yes, because he was a big help last night, but we didn't use him enough. But if you look at the first half, we didn't throw the ball hardly at all. They kept trying to push that damn run that wasn't working.
The Tyree
dropped TD, missed tackles. That's why we lost. But we played well enough to hang with the Eagles. Yes, they have the best run defense in the NFL. Can't wait to beat the Patriots in Miami. Yes, sir. Enjoy the tailgate. Paulie Ferguson and Dolphins that go to the game need to get players back healthy, and our bye week comes to the perfect time. Need to win the next 2 games. Yes, we do, Pedro. Yes, we do, brother.
Pedro, the Tyreek drop didn't hurt us, buddy. We scored on the next play with a pick 6, so that didn't hurt us.
It was 17-17, and we had opportunity, but
yeah, all it would have been was 17-17. Then we would have kicked the ball, and we would have, it would have been a different ball game. But it didn't hurt us because we scored on the very next play.
Right. You're right, Big Nick. It's just stuff they just got to clean up. They can clean up the mistakes they committed and had last night. This team can do a whole lot. It just got to get that fixed. Got to get that. Go in the game, go in the room, look at the game film, see what y'all need to improve on. Because a lot of people don't realize Tua owns the Patriots now. He's never lost to the Patriots or Jets, and we don't need him.
Raphael, I got to argue with this. Apple can tackle. He just can't block. He cannot defend a receiving.
It's true.
Ball.
I mean, and
He was getting picked last night. He was getting Apple picked
since
last
Ohio
night.
State. That's been the thing since. Remember the Giants drafted him in the first round. They thought this dude was something, you know, but man to man is not his thing.
Did you knock Mike off, Paul? Because I just added him.
I added him on.
You took. There he is.
No, I didn't. I did not.
I'm sitting there hitting the button. I'm like, where'd Mike go? What the hell?
He's right
So
there.
what happens is you both
What's up, man?
By the way, I run through this problem a
What's
lot.
up, Mike?
Wait, what's up, Shay?
You both try to add them at the same time, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What's
And
up?
we can get off Eli Apple too, because he probably missed some tackles. You know, he probably missed some tackles. But when he do stick you, he stick your ass. He hit you. He ain't scared to hit you.
Okay, Sarah, Tua is our quarterback, yes. And I do believe Tua is our guy.
Man,
I want to know who Sarah really is, because I don't think Sarah is Sarah. I think Sarah's somebody else.
I know who she is. She cool.
Okay.
She's cool.
She cool.
Okay.
She's cool.
Okay. Thank you.
She be on Miss Finn's show. She's cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
Jeff.
I don't think Tua played bad at all last night. I think
Rally,
he played bad either. Tua didn't play bad last night. It's just
He only missed 9 completions last night.
I just
really
how I
was
feel
bad.
about the game situation.
Tua
Like-
played very well last night and did not make any mistakes, really.
The only mistake he made when he threw the ball, when he thought Mostert was open in the corner, that should have been pass interference when the dude ran into him.
Well,
But they didn't call
there
pass
should have been a
interference.
couple pass interference when the guy face masked him for one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's
I don't know how you missed that. I just don't know how you missed that call. And
Not
with
that one.
the real route,
right there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Look, the Christian Wilkinson penalty,
That one there.
and that one, then the Jalen Phillips holding, then like
I mean, look at this right here. That one right
Shut
there.
up, all of them.
I mean, there's penalties all over the Eagles, and not a single one of them got called.
Nope.
that Julian Hill on the first big run, the Julian Hill holding shouldn't have been called. That was not holding. I mean, God,
He might have
damn,
clotheslined them a bit, but he didn't hold them.
He did not hold them. I mean, there was no way.
fan, right?
And then,
And she
and
was
you
like,
know what? The NFL really, I'm sorry, the NFL really have to take a look at off-balance players that trip into a holding call. If I'm at a point of reference and I go to that point of reference and this fucking guy tripped in front of me before I can get there and he falls and falls into the pit of my arm, that shouldn't be holding. That's not my fault. The NFL really need to look at that rule because Lester Cotton got caught with that holding. I mean, he was in position and the guy tripped.
look, my mom, she's a Cowboy fan, right? And she was looking at the game last night. She said, my mom felt so bad for me. I was like, man, ain't no way. She was like, don't worry about it. Dallas gonna get him next week. I was like, I'm pulling for Dallas.
Yeah, but we should have got him.
Yeah, we should have got him.
No, we should have got him. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have been changed up. I mean, we kept it close. Okay, we have a Raleigh Webb, but he's actually number 84 on the receiver.
I think Mike McDaniel should have put Claypool in too for the certain plays.
Yeah, man. I didn't understand why we did not put Claypool in that game. He owns the Eagles every time he played against the Eagles. I never understood that.
Like we should have put Claypool in. When Wynn went down, I was like, I told my friend because she a Dolphin fan too. She was like, "What you think about our offensive line?" I was like, "They couldn't stop us from throwing the ball. I don't know why Wayne just don't know why Tua and Mike Medallion just let Tua throw for 800 yards that game last night because they
There
couldn't
was a
stop
lot
him.
of holes. It was a lot of holes. It was a lot of holes in that secondary. And I'm looking at the game and I'm like, it's so many holes out here. It don't make no sense. It don't
We
make
couldn't
no
run the
sense.
ball.
At some point, you got to real. Like I said, we was missing the entire left side of the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that plays into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
We need,
They need
for me,
cornerback on the offensive line, and they
the
need
trading deadline. I think the Miami Dolphins should either go get a corner or an offensive lineman. Because to be honest with you, this is how I feel about Teron Armstead. I feel like I like Teron Armstead, but I don't think he's gonna be ready for real. I'm just.
I don't think we're missing him. I don't think we're missing him.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think we should be done with Teron Armstead after the season and grown. This is how I look at it. We can groom because Austin Jackson, he's doing good. Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, Wynn. We just probably gonna have to go get another left tackle for real. Like,
I like to see what Lamb has given up this year, but I don't hear his name called too much, man. So, but can we get off
He's been doing a
Can we?
decent
I hate
job.
to be this guy. Can we all admit now that that Gink is just an edge? He is not a dual threat. He is an edge because once he was in the middle, once he was off ball, they kind of had their way with us. He is an edge. He is an edge only. He is not an off ball linebacker.
Who, Van Dinko?
Yeah.
Hey,
they ate the middle up. They ate the middle up once he was once he had to go inside.
Right.
David Long, yeah, he did good yesterday. I'm glad. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Miami Dolphins defense did what they had to do.
Yeah, I'm proud of my boys. Both sides.
I'm proud of the Dolphins. And look, like I told my friend, she was like, "Dude, why you not mad?" For I said, "Cause to be honest with you, like I would have been pissed if the Eagles in the AFC, but like we still number one in the division. We still like the third team in the AFC, the best team. Like
I think we're the second team in the AFC.
We're number one in the division, second in the conference, and we're fourth in the league. That's what we at.
Or so.
We're fourth in the league, so we're still in the top five.
Yeah.
But I'll say this to you guys: New England is definitely trying to come up here, and they know They know that we got a depleted offensive line right now. So right now, New England is licking their chops to come here next week to the Hard Rock to sit there and do what they're trying to do. We cannot take them. We cannot take them lightly, and we got Kansas City right after. So, we need to play Miami Dolphin football on Sunday. We really do, because Belichick looked at the Eagles and what their game plan. So he ain't sitting there looking like, oh, this is what they did. Okay, cool. They're definitely coming. I can promise you that.
Now, see, I could have swore Braxton Berrios had more than one reception yesterday.
One reception. Just one.
They putting Cedric. I think they putting Cedric Wilson in more than they put Burial in.
Well, Cedric had two receptions for 48 yards.
That was a big catch.
Had one for 7. Yeah, Waddle had 6 for 63. Hill had 11 for 88.
Yeah,
Waddle had to go out. He had to go out.
Yeah, Waddle. I want that person that said Waddle ain't. Hey, bro. Jalen Waddle is a beast. Jalen Waddle, he played hurt yesterday. And he got a lower back contusion. Like, they even said it.
Anybody on Jalen Waddle's chip like that don't understand that right now, if the trade happens, Jalen Waddle still get us a first and a third right now.
We're not trading
right
Waddle.
now. He'll get us a first and a third. So anybody got beef with Jalen Waddle, they need to shut their ass up.
Why would, man, that's what I'm saying, bro. people just. Now I'm a diehard Dolphin fan, so like my friend was like the other day, she said like all these Dolphin fans keep coming at you talking about because I'll be on TikTok. And they was like, cause they call me Miami Mike up there. They was like Miami Mike, he always catching attitudes with people. I said, no, cause y'all fake Dolphin fans. When the Dolphins win, y'all want to praise us, but when the Dolphins do something bad, two of this, two of that, Tyreek Hill, defense, big fan. Y'all like, bro, like you win as a team, like you lose as a team, bro, but don't blame the shit on Tua. Hey, look, like I goes off when people talk bad about Tua. Tua had a like I understand Tua, man. Quarterback can throw interceptions, bro. Like ain't like.
Hey Mike, before you got up here, I'm glad you said it. Before you got on the panel, Papa Paul just pulled up about 3 or 4 irrelevant things that happened in the game that had no outcome on the game, but people still in the chat bringing up those shit, bringing just the low snap by Eichenberg, completed pass, just bringing up shit that just didn't affect the game, but they want to have something to talk about, and that's what I'm sick and tired of talking about. Instead of saying, you know what, we went toe to toe. If you know what, I'm sorry, Vegas. These people listen to Vegas any other time except when it comes to the Dolphins. Vegas said if this game would have been played at a neutral field, it's a pick'em game. You know what I mean? Like they don't know their own damn team.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
look at how Kane used very. Oh my God.
I feel like the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I feel like the Miami Dolphins. These next couple of games, like of course we got like New England coming up. Then we got Kansas City. Then
that's the game of the year for us. That's the only one that matters. The Kansas City game. We beat Kansas City. We cold.
Hello, Miss Pam.
Let's not forget the Ravens too now, Big Nick. Let's not forget the Ravens. It's a big game too.
Yeah, I am.
Remember, we got to play Ravens. Ravens and the next last 2 games.
We're gonna let Miss Pam talk.
Let's Miss Pam. I want to hear what Miss Pam got to say.
Well, what Miss Pam has to say is I'm pissed. I'm straight up pissed. I don't think I've ever been this upset after a game. I mean, I am just beside myself.
Lewis, what's up, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Lou.
Go ahead, Pam.
I just, I can't believe that the NFL felt perfectly comfortable to be so blatant. And I saw a lot of bad games yesterday by the refs. I saw, the Colts lose their game specifically because of calls. I saw the refs try to give the game to Buffalo. Belichick's check must have gone through because in the end it ended up okay. But there was so many just bad games, and it was on the refs. And then they end the game last night with us and gonna try and make me believe that Philadelphia played a perfect game worthy of not one penalty yard. Not one. So I feel defeated in a way, but very encouraged by the way our team kept fighting. When I saw that last throw to Tyreek Hill, where, he was interfered with, like they were just holding him the whole time he's trying to cross the field. And he started to put his hands up like wanting a flag and then just put him down because he knew damn well he wasn't going to get a flag. Yeah. I figured in the fourth quarter, they'd throw a couple of meaningless flags, to pretend like it was, supposed to be fair. But they didn't even do that. They didn't even feel the need to throw a couple of meaningless flags. I am pissed.
So
I ain't
somebody's out
gonna.
here critiquing. Somebody just at Big Nick critique Tua's interception. How about if Mostert try to make a play back to the ball? How about that? How
Well,
about that?
so let
How
me
about you
let
help your
me
quarterback
just
out?
let me just ask you, because I actually went back and videotaped that play because I wanted to see it again, real clear. What happened? That one defender absolutely pulled
Ran into
Mostert
him.
down while the other defender reached over and grabbed the ball. I mean, this isn't WWE. This isn't tag out the guy. I mean, what a load of crap. And that is interference in the end zone. That would have been first and goal. I mean, come on. That that was just
Miss
as pathetic as the rest of the game.
Miss
Tyreek dropped
Pam.
a pass, absolutely. But they also took away a touchdown,
Miss Pam,
on
I'm gonna
some
say
ticky
this.
tack call that they didn't call on
They
Philly.
didn't call well the touchdown, and I'm sorry, I'm not just trying to jump in here,
No,
but the
go
touchdown
ahead.
they didn't take the touchdown away, Miss Pam. That was a blatant hold on Lester Cotton. But what I don't like is if it was blatant against Lester Cotton, well then when David Long Jr. was blitzing and they did the exact same thing, they should have
Why they
called that.
holding?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Lewis,
saying.
Lewis, was that
That's
a
what
blatant
I'm
hole?
saying.
You see what I'm
Was
saying?
that a blatant
If
hole or
you're
did the
not
guy trip?
throwing the
No,
flag,
no, no,
and
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
even
no.
think
First,
I thought ours
no,
was
no, no.
ticky tack.
Look,
Was
when
it a hole
Tyreek
or did
Hill,
the guy trip and lose balance?
no. When you have your arm across the man's neck, that's a hold.
That's holding.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
hole.
That's holding.
I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm saying, I don't think he was reaching for the guy's neck. He was extending to shove the guy out, and the guy
It don't matter.
tripped.
It don't
He
matter if you're
tripped.
reaching. It don't matter if you're reaching for it or not, or the man tripped. That's the fact is it's a holding. I'm not mad about that call. That's a good call by the referees against the Miami Dolphins. What I'm saying is, I woke up this morning and felt like I got robbed at gunpoint, and the dudes didn't have no mask on. They didn't have none. They just came, basically ripped off my chain, took my drawers, took my shoes, and left me outside, asshole
In
naked.
front of the cop.
And
In front of the cop.
in front of the
happened
cops,
yesterday.
and then
Fact of the
slapped
matter,
you in your
the,
face. Yep, and
the
slapped
fact
that's
of the
all.
matter. Listen, the fact of the matter is there's a blatant pass interference on Cedric Wilson. That would have been first and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the dude almost, it looked like Cedric Wilson almost broke his damn neck when he did like that. I was like, oh my goodness, bro.
That is a face mask. That ball should have been at the 5-yard line. The Tua Tagovailoa interception, let me be very clear, right? It was, let's say, if you want to tell me it was a bad decision, I'll give you that. If you want to tell me that the ball was underthrown, hell, I'll give you that. But the fact of the matter is, number 52 was face guarding Raheem Mostert and had his arm around his chest. I don't care. The people in the chat that are, Nick, I heard you saying earlier, the people coming at you about that play. You can't help, and I'm sorry, Papa Paul, but you can't help idiots. The fact of the matter is, I'll give you the fact that the ball was underthrown and it could have been a bad decision. That still doesn't give the fact the right for that Philly defender to be face guarding and holding Raheem Mostert. Did you hear Coach McDaniel after the game?
Yeah.
Lewis, I want to hear you talk about. I want to hear you talk about how they landed on top of Tua on that sack, and if that would have been the Miami Dolphins, he'd have been kicked out the fucking league.
That's what I told my friend. I was like, damn, if
He'd have
Tua
been
would have
kicked
got
out the league, if that had been the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was like Christian Wilkinson. Christian Wilkinson. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna send something to Dolphin Win. I'm gonna send it to you winners on Twitter so you can see something that somebody sent me. There's an official, and I know you guys were at the game.
I seen it. He's from an area. He's from an area.
The dude
I seen it too. I got it on my TikTok.
Right, Lewis? Has been disciplined.
Let Lewis finish, please.
Dog, the dude lives 60 miles, I guess, from the stadium or whatever, and he's already been suspended twice by the NFL for unfairly calling games. Like, what are we talking about here? Listen, I'll leave you guys with this because I just got home. I picked up the kids from school. I'll leave you guys with this, though, right? The fact of the matter is, and I've been saying it since last night, I'm going to say it again here. I learned more about my Miami Dolphins in a loss yesterday to Philadelphia than I did wins against the Broncos, against the Carolina Panthers, against the New York Giants. I learned more about my football team yesterday than all these other wins that people want to. Oh my God, we're scoring 70 points. I don't give a damn about none of that.
Go ahead, Louis.
Well, this is what I learned to piggyback on what Louis just said. This is what I learned is that we're a damn good team, and we was in the game against
that crowd and the referees.
Yes.
We lost.
Sickening how we got robbed.
Missing 4 All-Pros.
And we still,
you're always more than welcome.
I'm proud of my Miami Dolphins this today.
Me too, Louis. Me too. My head ain't down today.
So can I ask? I want to ask you, Louis, because you and I probably for the first time ever agree 100% on the subject. we agree sometimes, but we disagree too a lot. But so we agree 100% on this subject. And so I want to ask you, because I feel so bad in a way for our players, because it didn't matter what they did, right? It didn't matter what they did. They weren't going to win, and they knew it. So what do you think they are thinking as professional athletes? Do they think that we're screwed from here out in the season? Or do they think that, man, we're going to take care of business and to hell with them?
We got to go.
Right.
We got to score 50.
Right.
That's the only way we
So I just want to know what you think, Louis,
We got to score 50.
that our mindset is.
Them players were probably dying to see the field again. I guarantee you those guys want to get back on the field. I just seen a tweet from David Priones or whatever. He said one of the players in the locker room said next week's opponent, the New England Patriots, they will feel it.
Because they left a lot of football. Lewis, hold on. Lewis, I wanted to let you know, man, McDaniels clearly said that, and you could see the look on McDaniels' face too. They left a lot of football out on the field last night. And they know they did. And I know I felt the same way when I left the stadium last night. They left a lot of football out there. And they know that. And I hope we see Philly in the Super Bowl in February. Because I believe
we owe them.
Hey, Louis, before you got here, Louis, they pulled up some quotes. People are criticizing Jalen Waterloo.
Sure, jeez.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
That guy was in.
Yeah.
He was hurt.
Hey, Big Nick, that's those bipolar Miami Dolphin fans. Like I said, when the Dolphins do good, they be meat riding. But when we lose, they talk shit about
real quick, I want to say
Winter,
we have 15 people watching, but only 7 likes. Please hit the like button, people.
Hit the
like button.
Hey, Winter and Pam. 94 looked like a damn Pro Bowler last night, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you,
94. I'm telling y'all.
amazing. He looked good. Pay that man.
Pay that man.
94 looked like pretty good.
Pay that man. Nick, you know how I feel about Wilkins. Pay that man.
Pay that man.
Well,
Pay
I would
that
say, Chubb looked good last night. He got 2 sacks.
He did.
Oh, he looked good.
I told you guys, when Phillips is on the field, Chubbs is
It's a different story.
All-Pro. I'm telling you.
Exactly. But you can tell, Jalen, he needs some more cardio, man. He was gassed. That boy was
played.
Well, he hasn't played, but I think the fact of he hasn't worked out like he normally does either.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of his back and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I love when he did the bird shit. I love that. The whole stadium, they tried to say the stadium booed, but they were quiet as shit when he did that bird.
Can I answer? I want to answer the question. Let me answer the question for Sarah real quick. I want to thank you for your support, Sarah.
I did too, yes.
Sarah, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not used to the area, I live here. So if you're not used to the area in the fall and cool, it'll bother you a little bit. But those are professional athletes out there, and that did not have anything to do with the game last night. Now, if it was raining or snowing or precipitation on the field, then just maybe that would have definitely changed the outcome. But it slowed us down big time. But no, it was windy. I will tell you that the Hawk started coming out about like 8:30. That Hawk was that wind was not to be played with, and it started getting cool. So trust me, it was cool.
I want to answer another little thing. Sarah had said earlier that the Dolphins choked. They did not choke last night.
Man, what?
I don't know what game you're watching if you say we choked. Good.
The referees helped the Eagles out yesterday. If you don't know what game you was watching,
we all know.
I don't know what game you was watching, but the referee was helping the Eagles out. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you,
didn't go for that 4th and 1 on that 25 because they were dominating us. He went for that 4th and 1 on that 25 because he knew the Miami Dolphins was unstoppable at that point.
Because he was scared. They need to take that little push away that the Eagles be doing too. They need to take that. Man, I was so mad every time the Eagles did that. I was like, man, they need to take that shit away.
Well, and here's one of the things. There was one point where I saw I can't remember which play, but where there should have been. I mean, it was an egregious play by the Eagles. Should have been a flag, and you could see that they thought, "Oh, we're fixing to get a flag," and then they didn't get it, and then they walk off all cocky. And what happens? So, what happens when somebody keeps getting away with stuff? They commit more and more because they know nothing is going to happen. So that's exactly what went on there. They realized, just like we realized, okay, they're not going to throw a flag at all. We'll just do whatever we want. And that's, I mean,
I wish the referee. Hey, listen, I wish the referees be on Miami Dolphins side sometimes.
They never lie.
Yeah, but we don't need them. We don't need them on our side.
I am
Just
not a
call it
conspiracy guy.
reasonably fair.
But there is one conspiracy to me that is undeniable, right? I'm telling you. And I go all the way back to the Miami Heat down in South Florida, has a stadium on the water, and they have not had an all-star game, right? They have not had an all-star game with that beautiful arena on. And you know why? Because all of the league offices are where? In New York. And all of the New York's biggest rivalries where? In South Florida. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you.
Like my brother about to make me a shirt that say Miami players, Miami fans versus the referees and everybody.
That's right.
Miami fans versus New York industry.
You are not wrong.
Yeah,
And hey, Chef, I didn't even realize that was you. I had to pull it up on my computer so I could see, because it's always little tiny pictures on my phone. I can't tell who's there. Sorry.
If somebody can explain to me how the Miami Heat has been to the NBA Finals more times than any team in the NBA history except for the Lakers and the Celtics has not had an all-star game at their arena that's sitting on the water in South Florida.
Hey, that's good. Hey, like Jimmy Butler say, I'm gonna say it for the Miami Dolphins. Who cares if nobody don't want the Miami Dolphins to win? Hey, it's like that.
Max. Lewis, I wanted to know if you wanted to speak on anything else, Lewis, because I know you'd running around.
Oh no, I'm just going with the conversation. And
Good.
Okay.
I
just think for me, man, it's crazy. And Miss Pam can attest to this. I never cry about what the media says about the Dolphins. I don't never blame the referees. I don't never do that, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one really that always comes out and say respect is earned, it's not given. But yesterday, bro, to get the disrespect yesterday when it was again, are you trying to tell me that the Philadelphia Eagles played a perfect game?
Well, I'll say this to you. This is what I'll say.
It was
in 2023.
You see what I'm saying? Like blatant, right in our face. It was, you could tell, and it was just, that's what pissed me off yesterday. But again, listen, for me, winners, and I'm gonna let you cook. Right. I woke up this morning. Yeah, I'm hot because we got robbed. But I'm more proud of my boys in a loss than any other wins, bro. Like, for real. Like, I think Miami this narrative that we couldn't go in there.
I'm 100% with you.
And we couldn't do bro. We shut that shit down. Without them refs, we go into Philadelphia and we whip that ass last night. I'm talking
Facts.
We beat 28 teams in the NFL last night. We beat
Because
28 teams.
you can't
We
tell
beat
me
28 teams.
you can't tell me there was not a single ref looking at that guy face masking
Yep.
the receiver.
Hey, no, the
Oh, they
first, no, I'm gonna
saw
tell
it.
you.
Bro,
The
the neck
NFL
almost
guy,
went
the
around.
referee, the referee guy, the expert that they called, whatever his name is, he kept going off on the refs
He
all
did.
last night.
Yes.
Winters, you couldn't hear because you was in the stadium, but
Yes.
trust me,
Right,
he was
right.
going off on the refereeing all night.
You are right.
Yep.
That is exactly facts. And even stupid Chris Collinsworth, who I despise, finally towards the end of the games started saying something about it. Even him. So you get
Yeah,
your
because Chris
haters saying
Collins,
something.
he,
I mean, it was, oh my Lord. And you are right. The referee consultant was saying multiple times. He said that call for on us on our touchdown that was taken back. He said his words were ticky tack. Those are the words he used.
Yep.
That was a ticky tack call.
One of them said he wouldn't have called it. He said he
That
like the
he
Christian
did
Wilkins.
say
He
that.
said he wouldn't
Yep.
have called that. He
He said it
did
was.
everything
He
right.
did.
He didn't
Yep.
even he extended his arms basically. He took
Right.
1.5 step, extended his arm. That's a legal play. But last year they let a guy take from the goal line to hit the quarterback after the ball was gone for 10 seconds and knock him out with a rib injury for 3 games and no
Yep.
penalty on that.
Yep.
yeah, that's just like I already knew something was up when they sooner hit Christian Wilkinson with the roughing the pound. I was like, oh, here we go with this bullshit. I told my friend, I was like, here we go.
And we
I
all
was
know
like,
Christian Wilkins know how to rough the quarterback, and that didn't happen last night.
It
No.
didn't. It
make it so
didn't.
bad. My uncle, he a Patriot fan. He was like, oh my goodness, they really gave Christian Wilkinson that roughing the passer, bro. I was like,
You're fucking
yeah.
you're fucking 300 pounds, and how the hell are you going to stop on a dime when you're got
In midair.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And he pulled off of him. You could tell he
Yeah,
didn't
the
drive him
consultant
into the
said that. The
ground.
consultant said he actually slowed down.
He did.
Hey, don't worry about
His
it. Hey,
own
look,
focus.
hey, I feel good to know that Jalen Hurts got hurt yesterday because Philip
He did
him.
get hurt. He did get hurt, and that's the big news in the fucking Philadelphia media right now.
Yeah.
He's still gonna play, but they're looking at that because he did that himself. We didn't do that. He did that. If you looked at the play, I'm looking and I'm like, oh shit, he didn't slide right. So that
Yep.
was really on
He
him.
did it to himself.
So
That's
I
right.
told everybody, I said, because even my mom's like, Jalen's hurt. I said, yes, he is. I said, when he tried to slide mine, he didn't slide right and he hurt himself. And she was like, oh, I said, he jammed something. He either jammed his knee or his foot. He jammed something. And that's going to be a nagging injury for the season for him.
The tight end didn't
Yeah,
kill him.
we ain't gonna see,
He
we ain't
hurt
gonna
us
see them in the Super Bowl.
last night.
Hey, we ain't gonna see them
The
in the
tight
Super
end
Bowl.
didn't
We
kill
gonna
us,
see
but
the
he hurt us
49ers.
last night. Like,
That's
Ramsey
right.
got to get back, man.
Hope you're right, Big
Can
Nick.
I just say that you know, by the time we got into the fourth quarter, I can tell you what I was saying. If
I
they
was
gonna throw
pissed.
those flags on us, we might as well do something to get one. Hey, you don't be pulling off of Jalen Hurts. Go drive his ass into the ground. We're
Hey,
gonna get that
look,
flag
that's what I
anyway.
told my friend last night. I was like, Christian Wilkinson. I told my friend, said, I guarantee if he was on the field, Shirai, he probably had hit Jalen Hurts. I was like, show out, Davis. Man, listen. My friend knew I was so mad last night. I ain't even call her back. She was an Eagles fan. She was like, why you ain't call me back? I was like, man, you ought to know what's up. I said that was bullshit. She was like,
well, and I know
if
as a
we
kid.
want to critique something, guys, we gotta address the elephant in the room. To start the game in the first half, our first possession, and to start the game in the second half, our first possession, we had almost 2 delay penalty calls. We gotta address
Ridiculous.
that.
Absolutely.
We gotta talk about that.
Ridiculous.
I
Well,
believe
That
it.
was on us.
I believe it was the first one that McDaniel even said that was his fault.
That was his fault. He said that.
Yes.
But it
But
was starting to have
real-
those. It was
real
our
quick.
first drives.
real quick, I want to shout out to Lewis. Thank you for joining us. I know he's probably listening. You're more than welcome to come back anytime, Lewis. You're a great part of the show. And peace, love, and fins up, Lewis.
The second hardest schedule for the remainder.
Peace, love, and fins up, Lewis. He's right, though. What he said He never. I'm always saying the refs because I'm watching the game. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Lewis never ever says one thing. He's like, too bad. Shouldn't put yourself there. He always says that.
Yes.
So when Lewis was saying refs today, and we're
But
agreeing
what
100%.
hurts most, it's not even the refs making calls on us. Is that they want me to believe that in 2023, in today's ticky-tack NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the most heavily penalized teams in the NFL, committed no freaking penalties.
No penalties. And I'll tell you one thing that brings me a little bit of comfort, just a little, because everything I'm seeing out there, first of all, the Dolphins fans coming after other Dolphins fans because of speaking reality about the refs. I think that's crap. And secondly, the Philly fans that are talking about get over it. You lost, all this kind of crap.
Yeah, we lost.
The rest,
no,
that's right.
We did not lose.
We didn't lose, Papa Paul.
The refs won them the game.
The refs gave a gift to Philly for sure. But my point,
and I'm tired of being nervous watching my kicker kick a field goal too. I'm tired
go
of
ahead.
this shit.
I want Pam to finish. I want Pam to finish first, and I'll let you get off Nick. Definitely. Go ahead, Pam.
Thank you. So what I was going to say is my point is that you've got those two factions talking smack about the Dolphins, right? Philly fans and Dolphin fans that don't see reality. But you've got the rest of the world of NFL fans that watch that game. And everybody saw what happened. And everybody knows the reality was that game was taken from us and handed to Philly. So every other team, every other player, every other fan is on notice. They're on notice that it doesn't matter what you do. If the NFL don't want you to win, they're going to take it from you.
I want to piggyback off of that. So what I sat there and saw, I watched the Eagles post game also last night, along with the Dolphins post game. And what I will say is,
boy, you got balls of steel, boy.
Well, what I'll say is this. I mean, listen, I got to keep it real. What I will say is this: that Philadelphia Eagles team knows that they might see us again, and they actually gave us. They're scared. They clearly know real shit. You can see Jalen Hurts' face, and he was like, "That was a tough opponent over there," and we would not be surprised if we see them again, like on some type time that. So they know that they might see us again very soon, and they know if we face them on a new team, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same result. I can promise you that. I can promise you.
I didn't know that too. I told my friend that too. I was like, "Yeah, you see the Eagles again? It's on and popping."
Yeah,
she was like,
"We can see y'all again."
Yeah, she was like, "Don't." She said, "Don't feel like that." I was like, "No, I'm just being for real." Because she was like, "Yeah, that's how." I was like, "No, because y'all know y'all snuck away the referees." And I got it on my Facebook and on my TikTok. I got Eagle and Dolphin fans coming at me too. I was like, "Bro, you don't see this whole picture? Like Christian Wilkinson getting accused, and like, bro, come on."
And can I tell you, I have a very good friend that started watching football a couple years ago just because of me. She doesn't know football. She gets a little bit of what's going on. And her text to me this morning was, "I don't know nothing, and I can even see it." So here's somebody who doesn't really know the game, but recognized crap when she saw it.
Hey,
you know how I know? You know how I know the Dolphins did us proud? This is how I know the Dolphins did us proud. Because we're bitching, but we ain't crying.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really not, like, I'm gonna listen to Dolphin podcast today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not depressed. because I know what my team showed, and they showed me a lot last night, and I'm so proud of these boys. And I know in my heart of hearts that outside of 3 teams, Philadelphia, Kansas City, and San Francisco, we would have beat 27 other teams last night.
Go ahead,
Absolutely.
Jeff.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was mad after the game was over at like 11:20 something. Then I looked back, I was like, bro, we got cheated. I was like, I ain't even mad no more. I made my little videos on TikTok.
Yeah, I ain't hurt. I ain't hurt. I'm even on Facebook today, and that's unheard of. I'm on this panel today. When we lost to Buffalo, you guys didn't see me for the whole week.
Hey, I swear I ain't get on TikTok, I ain't get on Facebook, like none of that. My friend told my damn, Shabbat, where you at? I'm like, bro, don't talk to me, bro. Like, you already know. You not talking to me.
But now you see it really ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
Real quick, I want to back up with what Pam said. My wife's seen some football, but she didn't watch it until really I started maybe a year ago with my season tickets and stuff. And even she was last night was upset with the way things were going because she saw what was going on.
See, that's what I'm telling you. When people like your wife and my friend notice it, it's blatant. Like it is shoved up in your face. And I have to tell you, Papa Paul and Dolphin winners, I am so grateful that you did this this podcast today because I wasn't going to go on any shows because I'm so furious. And the minute that somebody sits there and tells me, oh, get over it, the refs, blah, 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 I may lose it. Like, I may really lose it.
Okay, Pam,
you see the eligible fans aren't going crazy, so now you feel a little better. You in good company.
I feel better. When Lewis came up here and said what Lewis said, I was like, oh, thank God, because I can't believe, it's so bad that even Lewis says it about the referees. That means a lot. You know what I mean?
I got to reiterate on this.
I disagree with that.
I got to reiterate on this comment right here. No, he shouldn't have kicked the field goal because at that point, Dan McDaniel already knew what was going on and that nothing was going to change.
Facts, Papa Paul.
He just went for it. He knew what was going on and knew nothing was going to change.
What should have happened? They should have called a pass interference. That's what they should have called. That's what should have happened.
I want to welcome my man Radamez to the show. What's up, Radamez?
Look, see, I said he didn't want to come on the panel today, but when he think about it, it wasn't that bad. We all right.
Yeah, man. Well, I've always said that. I've said this. I wanted to say this real quick. I've always wanted to do a platform, and Papa Paul brought it up and brought the idea to fruition. And I told him before I agreed, I wanted to have a platform that is a cool, calm, collective. Everybody can speak. We ain't got to scream and holler. And I didn't want to ever do that on this platform. So that's why I wanted to be a part of a platform where we can have days like this, where we can come on here, say what we need to say. We can agree to disagree, but we don't need to sit there and be going nuts and crazy and all that. So that's why I'm happy that I have people like yourselves on our platform, and I'm happy to have my boy on here finally, because we've been talking Miami Dolphins forever, and we've been talking about this game for a minute. You know what I mean, personally. So I would like to hear what he has to say.
And real quick, you don't have to be a homer. This is what we're understanding. You don't have to be a homer to understand that we find no criticism with our team last night. That doesn't make us homers. That makes us anything that gives us resolve to know that, damn, we got a good team outside of the referees.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, make sure you hit the like and subscribe out there, folks, if you haven't already.
And I got to throw out much love as well to my dear friend, Chef Jew, because he knew how upset I was this morning, and he texted me checking on me because I'm not kidding you. Y'all said you weren't crying. I was crying. I told you, I cry when I'm mad, and I was. I'm still mad. I ain't crying now, but
it's not gonna hit me until I walk out my door tomorrow. When I walk out my door
I'm
tomorrow to
sorry.
go to my podiatrist appointment, when I go to my
You got it
podiatrist
tonight.
appointment, go ahead.
With
No,
that being said, don't look for me on every other panel though. There's certain panel shows that I refuse to even listen to today, maybe even tomorrow. So let's just keep that good now. Let's understand that. Just because I can come just gotta come on with Wizards and Papa Paul don't mean I can go on the other channel. Let's not get it twisted.
Well,
Yeah.
Nick, you know we keep it calm here, and we
That's
play
right.
fair.
Yeah, man. Like I love all of you guys, and I'm really happy to have you all on here. And I always tell everybody, whoever's watching, everybody is welcome on our platform. This is not a smear campaign. I'm going to try to set up with some Eagle fans to be on here on the panel. I might try to get one or two on here for this week. I'm not going to be on here Wednesday, but Papa Paul and the whole crew will be here on Wednesday. So come on. You know?
So, Dolphin winners, I have to tell you, you were on my mind this whole week. I was concerned about you being at that game, and I know you can handle yourself, but I
Absolutely.
also know that, people can gang up on somebody. I was concerned,
I'm going to be
and
honest with you.
I
Go ahead.
I just wanted to know what it was like for you walking out of there.
So I'll be honest with you. I've had people stop me on the street, and they knew. Everybody knows how much of a Dolphin fan I am in the city. I don't go nowhere without a Dolphin hat, jacket. I got my friends on all day, every day. Today, I'm definitely going to put a Phillies hat on, because we're going to shut out the damn Diamondback and go to the World Series. I can't wait for that. That's a whole other subject. But what I will say is this: I've had people say, "Yo, even when the Dolphins weren't even a good team, you've been rocking your stuff through thick and thin." So that's what a real fan does. And I believe this. When I say I believe this, I mean it. When I sit there and say peace, love, friends up, I mean it. So when it's generally and it's from the heart, people they know, and I've had people like I've given every Eagle fan respect. Like, listen, we know what we're coming against. I've talked game plans. I tell them about the podcast. I tell them this is an everyday thing. So this is not something I just, do on a regular everyday basis. So walking in there was cool. Fans were drunk. Like, we were dapping up fans that were drunk. Even the drunk fans, they were like, "Yo, man, respect for y'all coming to our, to the stadium." Like, the regular old trash talk is going to be there. But the feeling was like, you know what? We're going to watch this game. We're going to enjoy each other. We're going to have a good time. And every Eagle fan that I interacted with, tailgate-wise, before the game, going, even the Philadelphia cops, they got into it. They were joking with us because they had fucking paper of Philadelphia cops. It was, the vibe in the city was beautiful. And that's what I loved for this weekend. The vibe was a peaceful vibe, and it was beautiful, and it was respectful on both ends. And the game was played on Sunday night, and it didn't come out the way we wanted it to come out. But all in all, walking out of there, it was nothing. It was no problems. I had no problem. I live here, so they knew. They like, "Oh, something. Gotta live here. He gotta live here to be walking by himself in front of like 50, 60,000 people." So they knew. They like, "Oh no." Yeah,
I'm relieved, Dolphin winners. I'm relieved. I'm telling you, like I said, I know you can handle yourself. I know you're from that city, but I was concerned, especially after the loss and the way it went down. Like Papa Paul said, we didn't lose that game.
Well, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all noticed the two comments by Raphael that he just put up. Both unbelievable comments. When you think about the point that Tua is still healthy, let's think about that. You know how many of us, including myself, I was scared to death for that man this season, and look at him.
My wife's been that way the whole season.
Yeah. Yep. So look at him. We played
last night.
We played 7 games, and he still looks good.
Yes.
Mike,
and then his other point, the 1-15. The only thing I have to push back about that, Raphael, is when our 1-15 season, we knew we weren't that great. You know what I mean? We knew we weren't that great. The problem is with this season, and like you said, Dolphin forever, for life.
For life.
But this season is different because we are that team. And to have some ridiculous little money monger referees taking crap away from us, that's a different level.
Mike, I'm gonna let you say what you got to say, Mike, and I really want to get Rodimus and I want to get John. Welcome to the show, John.
Hey, John.
I want to get their input also on the game. So Mike, say what you got to say, and then Rodimus, you're up next.
All right. So I was looking at the Eagles front line. That's the only front line we probably gonna have to worry about, them in Dallas. But with Carter and Fletcher Cox and like Eichenberg and Robert Hunt, and our O-line did okay until like the fourth quarter, until Tua got sacked 2 times. Like, I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm a real Dolphin fan. Listen, I'm not worried about the offensive line for real. Like, because Tua only been sacked like 8 times this year, 8 to 10 times this year.
Right.
I think
that's all I'm gonna say.
I think only 7 times after last night.
Yeah. So,
Rodimus, what is your take? I want your take on everything.
We all know the refs did played a major part in that. We all know that. I sat here last night frustrated because the calls were not going. You know, it's pretty bad when you have a bunch of friends that are Eagles fans and they're hitting up my phone like, yo, you guys got robbed. No shit. I got Eagles fans all out y'all. I'm like, no shit. But I mean, there's things that we could clean up. There's things that we could do better. But I think once we get X and Jalen and everybody back healthy, no problem for sure. But yeah, man, it's frustrating. Today it's all fins up all day, every day. So we just got things, and you know, maybe we get some money. Tell Stephen Ross to pay us some rest, and we could get them on our side.
Who you telling? You know they don't like Stephen Ross anyway, so that's why they probably.
You know what I mean? And according to the somebody said about the NFL's in New York, hey, Stephen Ross is from New York. You know what I mean? He's a New Yorker. So maybe, you know, maybe we could talk a little Roger Goodell. Hey, you know, how about we get some refs on our
Ross can throw him like $2 billion. Look, hold bro. I'm gonna throw you $2 billion. Go get these refs. Look, go get some refs. Hey, I'll be a ref. Look. Hey, look.
You can't be no ref. You be
Hey, look. Every time somebody touching to him, 15 roughing the pass to 15 yards. Go ahead. Yeah.
You touched him. Real quick, Mike, you were right. After last night's game, Tua has been sacked 9 times, and he's still 100% healthy, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
That's good as shit, for real.
John, what is your take today, John?
Even before Pam got on, I knew what she thought, and it was the same way with me. There were a lot of non-calls that should have been called.
Oh yeah,
on the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
and that could have changed the outcome of the game.
The face mask in front of the ref.
Yeah, there was a face mask. There was a roughing the passer that would have been a 4th down. That even the official in the booth said that shouldn't have been called.
Yes, he did.
Okay,
so he did
seriously, huh?
Oh yeah, it's 100%. Yeah. You're correct. Yeah, it was a lot of calls that shouldn't have been made, and a lot of non-calls.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't feel bad about how our team did. Actually, I mean, like
I don't think any of us really do.
No,
I mean, all these pictures show it right here.
Facts. And look at that coach. Look at that coach in the middle, man, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got the blatant face mask right there.
Yeah.
You know, and how no ref, I mean, everybody saw it. Everybody. How no ref saw it is impossible.
Yeah.
They saw it. They chose to ignore it.
Yeah.
It's like when they held Raheem Moses' arm down and Slay had the interception. That should have been interference right there too.
Yeah, that's why I told my friend because he hit most of before. He knocked most off his route. And I was like, man.
Was the first touchdown that we got, they had a flag on that. Was that a legal flag?
That shouldn't even been called because he had you talking about number 89 Brooks. Hill.
That was
the ref
7
in
points
the booth
taken away.
said that was ticky tack, and that shouldn't have been called. The ref in the booth said that.
Yeah, so that's 7 points right there. Got taken away.
But it doesn't help that Tyreek dropped the pass too. So
no,
it
he
doesn't
didn't drop
help
that one. He caught that one. He caught the one in the first touchdown.
Let's stop talking about the Tyreek drop touchdown. It didn't hurt us. We scored a pick six on the next play.
Yeah, you know, that's 100%. And it doesn't matter. If the game would have been called evenly up, we would have won that game straight up. No matter what.
Or even not evenly. Even if they called, a small percentage of the most egregious plays and picked up the flags on the ridiculous, like roughing the passer called on us. You just take away a few of those calls, we win the game. We don't even need them to be fair. Just quit being so over the top ridiculous.
So, Miss Pam, I'm gonna tell you, I think that roughing the passer with Jalen Hurts, if they wouldn't have called that play, the Dolphins was on the move. We would have got the ball back in good field position.
That was a fourth down play.
Yeah, that Christian Wilkinson play, we would have stopped them because it was like 30 or something. And they call that bougie. They call that bougie ass roughing the passer.
Put yourself on mute.
We here finally, 8 years in the making, Saul. Let's fucking go. Peace, love, fins up. Let's go Dolphins.
Love that.
Yeah.
Peace, love, fins up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But I wasn't. I told you that I wasn't sure if we were going to win the game, but after all the calls, it would have been a lot closer game. Or like Pam said, we could have won that game for all intents and purposes.
Well,
but
we did win it in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel bad about our team. And last night, I told Pam she should have been on after the game on TFTG.
Oh, God, I was trying to get on last night. I couldn't even get on, and I'm kind of happy I didn't.
Yeah. Well, Pete was on it, and Crypto was on it.
Oh, of course.
And I was on it. I was there, and Pete and Crypto were booing the Dolphins. Pete doesn't like to anyway.
Well, Pete's a negative Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get on there. You're a better man than me, brother.
Well, I was on it before Pete was, I think, but well, maybe not. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you, John. They started making my head hurt. I had to turn them off. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I can't do this.
Yeah. This is what I don't understand about Dolphin fans. Man, listen, this other, like my brother, he a Washington fan. My mom, she a Cowboy fan. My uncle, he like New England. So they always telling me the Miami Dolphin fan base is so toxic, and I was like, he was like, y'all don't even like my uncle. He was like, man. He said, I love Tua. He a Patriot fan. He said, let us get Tua in New England. Watch what we do. I was like, listen, bro.
Oh man.
He was like, bro. He said, y'all Dolphin fans. I said, don't say me. He said, Dolphin fans. He be disrespecting Tua. Like,
there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of people that are out there are either for Tua or against him.
Yeah,
I'm for Tua.
And it's a shame to see, because if you're a Dolphins fan, you should be for him no matter what.
That's right.
You don't have to like him.
If you're that's right.
You don't have to like him, but you should be for him. You should support him.
Root for him, right? He's on your team, for goodness sakes.
Look, if anybody got any doubt,
I'm an advocate for Tua. Tag him on TikTok. People know, hey, look, when the Dolphins lose, hey, listen, people be like, "What's your ride at? What's your ride at?" Well, Miami, like, bro. But when the Dolphins win, nobody don't hit me up. Like last night, bro, I got 25 messages.
Right?
I got 25 messages last night.
If anybody want to know how good QB1 is, I got 2 words for you. Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield was a special teamer his whole NFL career. He come play with QB1, and now he's a third receiver for the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, look, and they lost yesterday. Hey, look, hey, listen. So when the Dolphins I was looking at the Patriots, and I was like, man, please let Buffalo lose, right? And my aunt said, you know, the Bills lost. She said, that's in case y'all. I said, we're going to win tonight. Then I was like, man.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter.
We're still in first place in our division.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did not lose. The Eagles did not win. The referees gave the Eagles the game, plain and simple.
1,000%, Papa Paul.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I agree.
Hey, we'll see them. We ain't gonna see them no more. They ain't going to the Super Bowl because y'all hope the 49ers destroy them when they play them. Ooh.
Well, that might be a tighter game, because if those guys are not healthy going into that game against Philly, it might be tighter than what people think it's going to be. And I'm going to tell everybody that game might be a little tighter.
If Belichick had QB1, man, they'll probably be undefeated, man.
That's scary. That's scary, Nick. That's scary.
They would be better than what they are now.
I want to know who actually saw the injury list from New England yesterday.
No, I
didn't see
didn't.
that injury list.
They had 20 players listed on the injury list.
How many of them played, Papa Paul?
3 of them were out.
Right.
The other 17 were all questionable.
Okay.
Yeah, Devontae Parker was up there on the injury list too.
Yeah, I mean, so they had 3 of them definitely out. The other 17 were all questionable, as if they were going to play or not. So that tells you right there that, you know, even so, you know, New England's got some good backups and stuff, but they always play tough at home.
Well, and I don't know how many of you watched the game. So I watched the whole game.
So did I.
And there's no doubt that the referees were giving gifts to Buffalo. So I figured by the fourth quarter, Robert Kraft's check went through, and then the meddling stopped. Then it was just the game, right? So really, the Patriots beat Buffalo by more than what that score said.
I'm glad Robert Kraft check went through, because I look at it like this: the Dolphins still in first place.
You guys remember that play?
The Dolphins still in first place in the division. It don't even matter.
You guys remember that play with Trash Allen? Trash Allen was under pressure, and he threw the ball to the end zone that was almost picked off, right? Can you imagine if QB1 had did that same thing? Can you imagine?
No, they were talking about that last night. They were with the one interception in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
No, they were all over that. Don't worry about it. They were all over that.
Well, I gotta say, they really, because it's been year after year. They have to do something about these refs. I don't know what they got to do. They gotta do
AI.
That's scary.
Well,
You don't want to do that, Nick. That's a whole nother spectrum.
because
But Papa Paul,
Seriously, that's a whole nother spectrum, yo. That's a whole nother spectrum you really gotta tap into. People don't understand the depth.
Okay,
People don't understand
okay,
how
you might be right, but at least
that's some scary shit. But
pass
wait,
interference. Pass
I gotta
interference has to be a challengeable play. It has to be. It got to be
absolutely.
a challengeable play.
but you guys, you're missing something though. You're missing something. So pass interference, challengeable play, great. If you have referees that are calling a fair game, I don't even know that you need to challenge it because they're going to miss a call here, they're going to miss a call there, but it's not going to be always one-sided. And Papa Paul, the thing about the refs, to me, they are pawns. They are nothing but pawns.
There's got to
This
be
is
some sort
something.
of accountability, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is there's no accountability because the NFL doesn't want it.
I agree with you, but something needs to be done.
And it needs to start at the top. Roger Goodell.
That Ross.
Why I go to sign up to be a referee? Let me just referee all of my Dolphin games.
You can't be no ref, Mike.
Hey, look, I'm trying to tell you. They be like, that's a dude. Hey, look. Oh man, listen. Hey, you got referees out here. You see the dude? Hey, you see the dude from Philly last night trying to help he did help the Eagles out.
That's like you being a ref is like me trying to be a judge. That's not gonna work.
Well, I'll be the ref then. I'll be the league ref for all games.
I don't need him to be perfect.
If big niggas ever the referee, if big niggas ever a referee, the Miami Dolphins might as well pack their trip to the Super Bowl.
Stop lying in their pocket.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
I'm gonna keep it honest.
Somebody want to penalty.
What they
look,
need,
next time
what they
like,
need to have, as far as accountability, they need to have someone that goes over all the games after the games.
They do. But the problem is you don't see the best referees supposedly until the Super Bowl. Like they earn the Super Bowl.
I understand that, but they need to be fining these refs that show this blatant disregard for the game.
But what I'm saying is that the referees are doing what they're doing because it is coming from the top. I'm not talking about just bad, scummy referees, which I believe that a whole bunch of them are. What I'm talking about is the fact that if the NFL wanted to stop it, they could have stopped it a long time ago. They don't want to. They are allowing it because it is fulfilling a narrative that the NFL wants.
See, I told you guys that I don't like going to the games because I believe football is a TV sport. I enjoy it so much more on television, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about that, you think that they have to garner ratings. And if anybody disagrees that it's two teams the NFL pencils in for the Super Bowl, whether they get there or not every year, it's crazy. That's the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Those teams are penciled in. It's up to them to lose it. It's up to them to lose it. But those are the teams that they know they're going to get the best ratings, and they figure Philadelphia right now is a hot team, Kansas City is a hot team, and it's going to be Dallas and New York. Those are the teams that the NFL want to play on the last game of the season.
You mean this season? Because I believe for this season.
Every season. Well, the other two are interchangeable, but the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys, they're penciled into the Super Bowl every year.
I can
leave it up to the league.
From sitting in Central Florida, I can tell you that until this season, you had a better chance of seeing the Cowgirls play than the Miami Dolphins. Yep. I mean, the Cowgirls are on like every week. It's rare if their game isn't showing.
Every year they get 8-9 primetime games every year.
See, Raphael is putting up stuff. I had brought that up earlier, Raphael, about several of those games. but you brought up the one about they handed the Steelers the game and took it away from the Rams. Absolutely, that was another one they did it to. And the Cleveland, they took that game from the Colts. I mean, the only game that I saw that didn't get skewed one way or the other was Baltimore and Detroit.
That was an asshole.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that game. I lost money. I thought Campbell was going. I thought Dave Campbell was gonna come out there and had a line striking, but nah. That's why I only bet on the Dolphins. I can't bet on another team. I lost money on the Dolphins yesterday too.
It's rough.
So John was funny last night. He was listening to my stream, and thanks for stopping in, Papa Paul and Dolphin Winners. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So John was there, but he was also watching the game live, right? And he could hear. No, were you just watching with me, John?
Well, I had the game on TV, but I was listening to you. I had to turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Pam, I stayed on for a few minutes with you, but you were like 5-10 seconds behind me.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because the stream goes through time, right? Like my TV was
you know what?
on time.
It's not always that, because I've seen where we have our watch parties. I've seen on the outside, at least on the patio where we've been watching it this year, one TV be playing, another TV be playing the same game, and they're about 5 seconds off of each other.
Well, it depends on which team has the master box, and also, like my TV, I was watching through antenna yesterday, so I get it real time, right? I get it faster. But by the time, I stream it through the tablet and it goes through Facebook, and then you bring it up, it's definitely delayed.
2 weeks from yesterday, Miss Pam, we'll be together inside Glory Days watching the Germany game.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I won't be delayed then, Papa Paul.
And they will have some breakfast specials going on as well.
Awesome. I hope that includes Bloody Marys or mimosas.
Oh, they have all that. Yes. Oh, yes.
I will partake.
Miss Pam, I think Winners and I can say we definitely know you will.
Yes, we have no problems with that. No problem.
Pam, my TV was about play ahead of yours.
Right.
Actually, when I was watching. But I listened to you. I don't know what you were talking about. When you were talking about what, the referees.
So I was talking about you. Like you had to finally mute your TV because the announcers were driving you crazy. You had to mute because the announcers were driving you nuts, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. I mean,
they drove me nuts.
She said, "Why didn't somebody choke them?" Or I said, "I would, but I would ruin my TV."
Yeah, that's right.
That would probably break my TV.
And I don't know how many of you noticed Philly's coach's smirk. I'm telling you, I wanted to smack that face so bad.
No, I do not like him, bro.
I don't know. I don't like him.
My uncle, an Eagles fan, he be like, "Yeah, you lucky we ain't go to the game." I was like, "What you mean lucky I ain't go to no game?" Because he from South Philly. My uncle, he lives I live like literally like an hour away from Philly. He was like, "You lucky." Well, I said, I ain't want to go to the game with you anyway. I would have been sitting with Dolphin fans, bro.
That's right. That's right.
There are a lot of fans that live here that are Philly fans, and they're my friends. And I'm gonna hear it on Thursday.
Well, let me tell you what. What you better hear is thanks for the gift of the game, because y'all were gonna beat us. That's what you better hear. If they say anything else, they's fronting.
I haven't left my house since last night, so I know tomorrow when I go everywhere, I'm going to hear it. And it's all good because I'm still gonna wear my jersey, and I'm still gonna wear my hoodie, and I'm still gonna wear my hat, and I'm still gonna rock myself regardless, no matter what. So the fact of the matter is, I hope they see. I'm like this. I'm gonna tell them. I hope you guys beat the Bills for us, and I really hope you guys beat. They still gotta play New England. Yeah, they still gotta play New England, right? Yeah, they still gotta play New
We're
England.
still in first place.
Yeah, hopefully they beat the Bills. Hopefully they beat the Bills.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would really be nice.
Yeah.
It'll depend on because the referees like both of those teams. So which way do they roll then?
Well, it depends on.
Hopefully it rolls the Eagles way that way. You know what I'm saying?
So
What'd you say,
what do
Robert
y'all
Lance?
think about that?
You gotta get Stephen Ross to pay the rest. Get that money up.
There you go.
I don't think they like his money. They don't like his money apparently. But
And
what
they don't like the
what do
Ross. Hey,
y'all
look, they don't
think?
like. Hey, Pam, they don't like the
Yeah.
Ross money. Look, 'cause they already say the Dolphins cheating because they're the stadium. How they got like the shade on one side with the visiting team.
Yes.
The visitors
And I'm
team
always
is in a
on the visiting
microwave.
team side out in the sun.
You got Eagles fans calling you like, I got robbed. Like that says a lot.
That says a lot. And I'm so glad you said that too. That makes me feel a little better. Only a little though.
Well, listen. You do got people that actually watch the game, and they actually sit there and watch the game. They take the fandom out of it and watch the game, and you get like, well, damn, we might be rivals, but that ain't right. I'm like, yeah, you know,
At least a little, right? You expect their fandom to overtake some of that. It's okay, but at least admit that you saw your team holding, and you saw your team interfering, and you saw your team false start. At least be truthful. I mean, you know. But I wanted to ask y'all because that push play
They need
is
to
an
take that out the
illegal play.
NFL.
He's being
They need to
carried.
take.
Do anybody else see this? He's being carried.
he got carried. Yeah.
Nobody else saw
That
that?
is right. It's illegal. You can't do that.
They give him a
So
Hey.
not only are they running an illegal play, what would you say, 7 or 8 times? I'd say 7 or 8 times.
They did it like 7, 8 times on us. But every
Yes,
time got that
that's
like
what I
the
mean.
3rd and 1, they
Yeah.
did the play. And Christian Wilkinson, like I'm gonna tell you, my little cousin took a play. They call offensive pass. Man, that's an offensive pass in the fan. They call offsides on Christian Wilkinson. Christian Wilkinson won't even offsides.
He wasn't.
Right.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And how are they throwing a flag on us repeatedly when Philly is running an illegal play? So just think about the dichotomy of that, right? Like, yeah, you're running an illegal play, but we're going to flag the Dolphins for crap.
Is it illegal play?
The referees have the top in the game.
It's only been stopped once.
Sometimes, hey, I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes I feel bad for Mike McDaniels because Mike McDaniels, that's my dog. I love Mike McDaniels. Sometimes I feel like he get the shit end of the stick because, like my uncle, like my uncle say, the NFL don't like the Miami Dolphins because the 1972 Dolphins. So, like, Mike McDaniels is catching hell every time. Like, Mike McDaniels I just feel like Mike McDaniels, he just need one game, just need to go out there and just go ham on the team and just do whatever he got to do. Like make his damn point. Like for real. Like
Well, and like I was saying, if Christian Wilkins is going to get flagged for roughing the passer, by God, next time, go rough the passer for real. Get that flag. Let's make it count.
Make it so they don't get up.
And like Mike McDaniel said a couple of weeks ago when Tyreek Hill doing the celebration, man, get that 15 yards for real. Like
get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah, and hooked on Joe and his comments too. That was a good comment.
What'd you say about him, ass?
I said, I hope next week thump the hell out of them Patriots, man. They take that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you already heard what the
Absolutely.
dude said. Hey, listen, the Dolphins, they gonna come out gun blazing because them, hey, trust and believe, they pissed. And I'm kind of pissed still to the day. I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I'm just holding my composure. Look, I'm holding my composure. But 1 o'clock Sunday, yo, I hope the Dolphins stomp a mud hole in New England. And they playing in Miami, bro.
Yeah, you know, that's what when the Phillies lost, that's what I thought would happen. You know, the Phillies will come out and
the Bills
tell you.
will be playing Philly at Philly Thanksgiving weekend.
And what I'll say is this: on the Phillies, they're closing it out tonight, 5 o'clock. I'll be in front of my TV, ready to celebrate because they're shutting it out tonight. It's over tonight. It's not gonna be a game 7. It's gonna be game 1 of the World Series coming up very soon. The atmosphere in the Phillies game here is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this. It's like for real. Like
Are they going to tear the town down, Dolphin winners?
They're gonna tear the town down. I'm just gonna let you know this city gonna be. And here's the thing: we were just there last year. Same scenario. Came in as a wild card. Came in hot. Went against a Braves team. Went against a hot Braves team, just like last year, and handed it. Same thing with Arizona. We should have closed that series out way before that. It was our fucking closer fucked it up. So now, like tonight, it's over tonight. It's not even being arrogant by saying this. It's no.
We are playing in the World Series. The Texas Rangers or the Houston Astros.
The Astros. I want the Astros. We want revenge.
Hey, look, you already know. Hey, you already know. Hey, listen. Nah, y'all need to play the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers get.
It's over. I think the Astros win. I think the Astros are waiting for us. I think, aren't they?
They played last night.
Then they played. Who won last night?
I didn't see that much. Let me look.
I didn't see that either.
I think Houston won last night. I don't know.
But if Houston won last night, they're waiting for us.
Dusty Baker coming for y'all.
Nah, Dusty Baker about to take that L this year. Last year was we mad.
Yeah, Dusty Baker. And I was like, no Philly team. I'm mad the Dolphins lost to the Eagles. So I want the Phillies to lose.
Oh, man. I need my Phillies to
That's
win.
right. Get them off.
I love you guys, but y'all not
Hey, look.
Phillies on here.
Hey, look, remember when the Marlins and the Phillies played? Hey, I was like, let me go talk some shit to winners. I already knew you. I was like,
The Texans and Houston's are tied up 3-3.
Oh, game 7. Whoa.
What? Yo. Wow. Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember when the Marlins and the Phillies played. Hey, Papa, I was talking shit to winner talking about keep that same energy. He's talking about keep that same energy. I was like, man, leave me alone, bro.
The Marlins were down two starters in their pitching.
Man, the Marlins did good for real. The Marlins did good this year. Yeah, you know,
but
like
they lost a couple of starters in their pitching, and so they had to bring up people from
the minor leagues and shit.
Yeah, the minors. And
Chris Wheeler, I don't know what you're smoking, but the season for the Dolphins is far from
not
over.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Pete was talking about. He's going, this season's over with. And
where has Pete been? That's what I want to know. Every time we win, he's MIA. If we lose, there he comes.
Last night, Chris. I want to know if Chris even saw the game last night. Because we did not lose that game last night. The refs won the game for the Eagles. The Eagles didn't win it.
Yes.
The refs gave the Eagles the win.
But
the
Eagles, it's Tua, okay? Because of a certain pass or he didn't read right, and sooner or later it goes, here's gonna come Skyler. And I'm going, I didn't say anything, but yeah.
Hey, who you say, John? Who you say, John? I know you ain't say no
Pete
Skyler.
said that.
Like
Pete.
Who said
Skyler,
Skyler?
okay?
No Skyler. No Skyler, please. I'll take Mike White
I
over
know.
Skyler, bro. No.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I mean, he does not like Tua at all. Okay, and I mean, well, he's just down on the Dolphins because he's just a downer. I mean, when he talks, that's all
I'll
he
say
does.
this.
Hey, they're just like
He's crazy. He's crazy. When
That's
he
just
talks.
like my mom. Listen, my mom was she was going because my mom she never go for the Dolphins. She said, "But y'all playing the Eagles, y'all need to smack them." And soon as my mom seen that those first two penalties, my mom said, "Yeah, they're gonna cheat y'all tonight." I was like, "Mom, don't say that shit." Then when she said it, she said, "I told you." I was like, "Man."
She was right.
Yeah.
Mama's always right.
I get it.
Yo, my little girl.
But my mom told me, she said, don't even be mad because she said, you already know they always cheating for the Eagles anyway. Like, they always cheating for the Eagles. Like, when Miami played them, like last time we played them in Philly when we had Ryan Tannehill and Jarvis Landry. I still remember that game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
I can tell you one time Philly didn't get cheated for, though, is when they played Kansas City. I mean, you know, if anybody ought to understand what happened last night with the referees, it ought to be Philly. You know, so I'm surprised when these Philly fans talk about how our team didn't commit a single penalty. It's like, really? So, you know, like Dolphin Winters was saying that, you know, there are probably a lot of Philly fans going, I recognize that.
Yeah, I got a couple of friends on my TikTok, on my Facebook page talking about, y'all, you just crying, you're a crybaby because I was like, bro, the shit is clear as day, bro. Like, call me a crybaby all you want. And one of the dudes was like, you know, he's saying that because the Dolphins lost. I'm like, bro, the shit is clear as day. I got the picture. I was like, bro, you must be biased. That's what I told him. I said, yeah, y'all schedule about to get hard. I said, don't think the Eagles got it easy because don't be. Last told my homeboy, I said, don't be surprised the Cowboys come to Philly and beat y'all for real.
Well, I want to know if anybody can remember a game ever where a team never got a single yard of penalty. Not one. Because I don't remember one.
I can't remember.
I can't.
No, I can't.
What's good, bro?
I'll say this. Wait, I got a couple points. First thing first, and I'm going to go to the sidebar. Raphael, good luck to you tonight because y'all going to need all the luck and everybody with it. Y'all going to need all the spirits of love to be Philly. But back to football, I'm going to say this to you guys. The Eagles got a very hard stretch coming up. They got a hard. They're actually going to be playing some people these next 4 weeks. So they're going to go into Washington at Washington this weekend. I think they're going to play Buffalo after that. I think they play, and I think they play 2 hard teams. So they got a nice stretch coming up. But they got some teams that can smack them in the mouth.
And look, and Jalen Hurts. And look, thanks to Miami Dolphins front four. Yeah, we heard up Jalen Hurts here. So that's what I told my friend. I said, yeah, we heard it up Hurts. He was like, y'all. He talking about that was a cheap shot on Phillips. I was like, bro, how that was a cheap shot? He shouldn't have been trying to run.
Right.
Jalen Hurts.
When did he get hurt?
When he went to go make the slide. When he went to go make the slide, he jammed his it looked like he jammed his foot or ankle when he went to go slide.
Yeah, he looked like he was down early. Yeah. He didn't want to run too much.
It was like the first quarter.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll say
Yeah,
this, guys. I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say this. Overall, I will tell you this. This is a disappointing day for Miami Dolphin fan base. I get it. I'm right there with you. I might not be reacting the way I'm not reacting the way that a lot of people would probably think I would be reacting right now, for the simple fact that the overall experience was beautiful this weekend. But I would have loved to win like everybody else on this panel. We still got a lot of work to do. Even though we didn't get the calls last night, we still got a lot of work to do on fundamentals and the matters at hand. And the problem is if you're not tackling, if you're not understanding your assignment, if you're not putting any really major pressure, like Fangio needs to put more pressure on the fucking quarterback. I don't care what anybody says now. I'm kind of done with this live but don't break. Because it's live but don't break. It's really it's working, not working. It showed last night at receiver. AJ Brown just had his 6th game with 120 more yards in reception. So he's going for a record next week. So I knew that was going to be a major concern going into this game on Sunday night. And X presence was definitely missed last night. And I'm telling you, if we would have had Randy Andrews out there, that would have been a different game. But that's hypothetical. At the end of the day, we got to sit there and take care of the personnel that we have. And Eli Apple is not the answer. For a lot of people, that's not the answer. Running into each other is not the answer. Like, there's a lot of stuff last night that we have to criticize on our side as well. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that we lost this game with a lot of the non-calls and pulling up here and all that. But in the simple fact of the matter, we still could have won this game. And that's what it comes down to. Literally. We still could have won this game.
Because as soon as we got the ball, as soon as we got the ball at the halftime, we went down and scored. I was like, yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, they had some trouble.
It was effortless. That was the thing. That Eagles defense is on their heels. When we were on our drives, they were on their heels. And you could hear the fans mumble like, oh shit. Like, yeah. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. Those fans, they knew like, yo, this ain't gonna be like no blowout. This is gonna be one of those, wow. Like, we just were unfortunate to give up 14 minutes last night.
Yeah.
That's just what it comes down to.
It was a close game.
Yeah, because the score was 17-10.
Yeah.
Going into halftime.
And we had the ball coming out.
Because the Dolphins had the ball, that's when they scored.
Yeah.
Then that's when the Eagles ran the ball. They ran the clock out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Miami got the ball. Came out of halftime. Tua threw the ball to Tyreek. And tied the game up. Then after that, that's when shit hit the fan.
And everybody said Tyreek is faster than what they thought he was. I said, I told y'all. That's all I heard from the fans. Tyreek, that's all everybody. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I said, could you imagine if we would have had a chance? Because if we would have had a chance, this would have been a different game too.
Yeah, I think it would have been. Yeah, even did Tua's press conference? Didn't he say that without somebody that we had to play a different style of game? I thought he said that. I could have been wrong.
Yes, he did. He did say that because honestly, if he had a chance, this game would have been completely different because they would have been able to stop all that speed. And I'm not making no excuses. I said that in text messages personally. I'm not making no excuses. Y'all were the better team. Y'all won the game. I hope to see you in February. I've said it all through Twitter, all through the morning. Hope to see y'all in February. Good game. I'm not making no excuses on my platform as well. They were the better team. They won the game. We're going to see them again because the energy was, we're going to see them in the Dolphins team again. Like, they know in their hearts that they know they're going to see us again.
Yeah, we're only going to get better on defense.
Yeah, because you can see
Jalen Ramsey about to come back.
Yeah, they got that look like, that's
Williams is going to be back in center.
Yeah, they. What I loved about that is they saw, they know, they like, we're going to see them again. It's not like this is going to be the only time we're going to see them. We're definitely going to see them again. But,
Is Steven's comments from Facebook?
yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't see them like on my computer. Steven,
Right.
great comments, and yes, you were right. We're going to be ready, and we're going to annihilate the Patriots. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great comments, Steven.
Hey, guess what? So my uncle asked me what I wanted for Christmas, right? I said, since I couldn't go to see the Eagles, he said, "What you want?" I said, "Can you give me a ticket?" He's talking about. He said, "You want to go see the Dolphins, don't you?" I was like, "I don't live in Florida no more. Like, I live up north." He was like, he said, I ain't that's what I asked. He said, "Do you want to go see the Dolphins play?" I was like,
hell yeah.
Say yes.
I said, yeah. He was talking about what game you want. I said, I guess, cause my brother like Washington, and his wife, she pregnant, so he was like, "Bro, I can't go to that game." I was like, "Yeah, the Dolphins gonna smack Washington anyway. I don't think you want to go to that game either." So I'm gonna be at the Dolphins and Raven game.
So what I'm gonna do? You going to the Washington game?
No, the Dolphins and Ravens.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the information. They're actually doing a tailgate, and they're doing a whole meet and greet for the Baltimore beatdown that weekend. So what I'll do is I'm gonna send you all the information. You got to go on tailgreeter.com. If you need more information, Steven, he'll give you some information as well. Right, the same information I'm gonna give you. So I'll give you all that.
Word.
You will have a great time doing that. An absolute great time.
Hey, look, I might not even want to come back to Maryland. I might tailgate on somebody's car in Florida and just go down the
There you go.
Oh man. Hey, but I'm about to get off here. I gotta go get my dang on key out this damn bus.
Yeah, I got to go.
But it was.
Gotta go to
It
school.
There you go.
Nice.
Hey, yo,
But it was nice talking to y'all. Thanks for letting me come in. You already know, bro.
Peace, love, fins up, family.
Fins up.
Fins up.
Let's go. Who y'all play tonight? Who the Phillies play tonight?
Don't you start. Don't you start.
Stirring the pot. Now you stirring the pot.
Hey, no, the Phillies gonna win anyway because I like Bryce Harper anyway. I love Bryce Harper. Yeah, Bryce Harper's a beast. Mm-hmm. But I'm about to get off of here.
Have a good one.
All right, y'all see my little crazy TikTok videos that I'll be posting on my little line. I just got to get over this. Hey, you know the Dolphins. I got to do something. We on after Tuesday. You know, I make my little. You know what I'm saying? The players get paid on Tuesday, so I get back on TikTok on Tuesday. Since we ain't got no victory Monday today.
Yeah, no victory Monday.
All right, y'all.
All right, hands up, family.
All right.
Hands up. So, Russman, I haven't seen you before. It's nice to meet you on here. I like your taste.
Radaman.
What's up?
I was just telling you, I haven't seen you before. It's nice to meet you.
I'm a newcomer. Me and DolFans, we been kicking for a while now.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and DolFans, we speak on a personal level, but my man's right there. That's my brother from, you know. So
yeah.
I'm gonna try to come on more often, you know.
Oh, good.
But yeah, let me get going. Hey, Dolphin, I'll holler at you, man. I gotta get ready to go get the little one.
Appreciate you, man. Peace, love, fins up, family.
All
Peace,
day, bro.
love, fins up.
Fins up.
So, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I appreciate
cool.
you.
Our family's growing. Your podcast is growing. New people all the time. And like I said, I can't thank y'all enough for doing this today because
Pam, I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way. I told Paul, I said, I'm not going to be able to do Wednesday, so I won't be on Wednesday, but the show will still be going on with Paul on 8:45 on Wednesday night. We will have the president of the Triangle Fin Club on Arnaldo. He will be on as our special guest on Wednesday night. We'll make sure he's on, and you never know who pops on. That's what I love about our show. You never know who might pop on at any given time. So that's why I said, the show must still go on, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching a replay of it. I really am.
Yeah,
Miss
it's
Pam,
exciting.
the only reason I didn't send you the link right off the bat is because I didn't know how upset you would be if you'd even want to be on.
I earlier today I wouldn't have been. I mean, I was just that upset. Y'all made me feel better, and I'm glad I was able to get on here and say my piece. And I can tell you right now, anybody that wants to approach me and tell me that I didn't see what I saw, it's not a good idea. Just walk away.
Well, I'm glad you came
Because you're going to get that wooden spoon upside their head.
Yeah, they better hope for the wooden spoon.
Chef
I'm
Jew,
in
we
no
really
mood.
appreciate you being on with us today, Chef Jew. You have any last words, brother?
Just move on. Let's go to get ready for the next game. Tua stay undefeated against the Patriots. Own them. I just want a good, clean game. I just want to see them keep doing well. They impressed us this season. We're in a better situation than we was years ago, and they're winning. That's the best thing. So that's all.
Well, if you can join us Wednesday night,
Dolphin Winters, Pam, John, just love you all. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Chef Jew, if you can join us Wednesday night, please join us.
In the morning, so I can try. In the mornings now, so I can try.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chef. Thank you so much.
If y'all want some good food, good cupcakes, be sure to get hold of Chef Jew. Call him 786-804-8096. You're not going to ask for anything better. Good catering. He'll take care of you. Give him a shout.
100%. Chef, you'll be at the game Sunday?
Yes, I will be at the game Sunday. Y'all can come on down.
I will be there.
Yep. To try to cover.
Yeah, Chef, if you can. My wife, if you have a recipe for it, my wife needs some sugar-free cupcakes.
Okay. I can do
she's diabetic, so as light as sugar as possible.
Gotcha.
I appreciate it, brother. I'm going to have my granddaughter at this game. This will be her first game.
Oh, how nice.
That's nice.
That's what's up.
Nice.
We'll see everybody Sunday.
Yep.
Any last words, John?
Hey, I feel good about our team. I don't feel bad about them. I mean, they fought good, and I feel better about them now than I did even before because, I mean, I didn't know how the game was going to go if the game was even called right. I feel good. I mean, even missing pieces that we had a shot to win. If everything went right.
Yep.
And
that's right.
Like, I mean, I'm like Pam. I can't see how people would fight against other people with just disagreeing about other, their thoughts.
It's your own opinion and it's facts.
Yeah.
But before I let you go talk winners, I just want to thank everybody because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. We help each other any way we can. Don't forget, we have DCC coming up in February, and if you don't know what DCC is, I don't know about your fandom then. Dolphins Challenge Cancer. We have our own team. WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated has a team. If you want to join our team, get hold of me. Most anybody knows how to get hold of me. They either have my phone number, my email, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, one of those, they have it. It's a fun time. You get to meet players, current players, past players. And like last year, I didn't participate, but I went, and it was, if you want to just go, it's $25, and you get to enjoy it, watching everybody do the stuff, seeing the players. And it was actually last year where I got to meet my favorite all-time player, Zach Thomas.
Oh, nice.
And we got to talk. So DCC is a good thing. And WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated, we try to help the communities, and not just the community here where we're based at in Hernando County, but anywhere. We know people everywhere across the world, let alone across all of the United States, that one way or another, if you need some help, we'll do what we can to try and get you help. It's not always possible because we are a new and up and coming nonprofit organization, but we'll do what we can. We'll call, make some phone calls, whatever we can. Other than that, I leave it up to you. Say the last goodbyes, winners.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for everybody that came on this panel today, to everybody that tuned in and that listened to us first and foremost, and I'm very appreciative of that. 8 years ago, I sat there and said I was going to go to the Eagles and Dolphins game, and I finally got a chance to do it, and it was everything that I wanted it to, except for not getting the victory. We have a lot of work to do, but the thing about it is to be completely disappointment, you shouldn't. That game was closer than what it was. We could have done a lot of better things. That team knows they left a lot of football on the field. They will be very fired up this Sunday against the Patriots on Hard Rock. Believe you me, from Coach McDaniel to every single one of them, they understand the importance of how this was, and you've seen the disappointment on their faces. So with that being said, Fins Nation, yeah, we lost. We're going to rebound. We're going to regroup, and we will be back this Sunday when we pounce the Patriots at Hard Rock. I love every single one of you. Thank you very much for coming out and listening. And as always, peace, love, and fins up, everybody. Have a
Love
good
you
day.
back. Peace, love, and fins up.
And I want to thank everybody too for having me on.
Right. You're welcome, John.